What's up guys, that's me again, and because of your amazing feedback I wanted to create one more tutorial today, and this one is gonna be about drums. So first let's hear how do the drums in the track sound like. As you can hear, they are pretty swingy, funky, that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna tell you how to get this style of drums. So to start, the kick and the snare are basically just 1 2 1 2, and I've added some ghost kicks just before the kick here and in some other places just to make some more variation to it. So this is the kick right there. This is the snare layered with clap. That's how it sounds, just the kick and the snare. And what's giving it this shuffle feel is basically hi-hats and ride. And basically hi-hats, what they are doing, they are playing, as you can see, here's first position on the grid. There's two cells of break, and then they come again on fourth one, and then it repeats, and this gives it this shuffle feeling. I'm gonna play just the hi-hats and ride that's just playing on offbeat. And that's a cool trick I've learned from Virtual Riot videos. Just don't mess too much with kick and snare and do all the funky stuff in hi-hats. And together with hi-hats, kick and snare sound like this. And I've added a tom roll right there just to make some feel. The toms are, as you can see, they are swingy rhythm as well. And I'm adding this ride from separate pattern right here. It's muted. Okay. It just plays on offbeat to give this nice feeling. Okay, so that's the intro drums, because there's separate drum kit for the drop part, because the first part of the intro is just bass playing plus some claps and hi-hats like that. Then there's drum fill that leads into acoustic part, that's intro, like that, and there's build up with electric drums. And then the electronic drums come in, and they are playing in similar style, like kick and snare. The kick is actually a layer of sub and some acoustic sample just high-passed, but that's for another tutorial. In this one I'm just gonna focus on the overall pattern and feeling and groove. So here's the kick, here's the snare. As I said, don't mess too much with kick and snare, so there's just one ghost kick right there. Yeah, and the shuffle comes from hi-hats, and there's something on offbeat as well. Also, when you are putting this together in a song, don't forget to put some piano or other sounds on offbeat, so it's emphasis. Okay, so with drum pattern, I think you get that. And I'm gonna talk a bit about processing I have on drums, because you might be interested in that. So on the rides I add a bit of reverb. For toms I'm using compressor because They were like quite short, and their decay was like really quiet, so I wanted them to be a bit longer. And also I'm EQing them a bit so they don't have that much low end. The electronic kick has a compressor on it and some very subtle EQing. By the way, this compressor is a cool freeware one. It comes from a company called Kjaerhus Audio, and as I said, it's free. Their website isn't online anymore, but you can really easily Google for that. They are quite popular free ones. So yeah, there's sub layer, which is like that. It's really tightly EQ'd to be just sub, and there's this high layer of kick. I'm reverbing it a bit. The snare, the electronic one, has a bit of boost on high ends and also a boost on 200 Hz to give it more punch. There's some random percussive sounds, and hi-hats have a compressor because I'm using it. Basically, hi-hats and other stuff like that gets side chained by kick and snare, so it doesn't come in place of kick and snare, and it's high pass basically. Yeah, that's about it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this one just like you did with the previous one, and hope to hear your feedback, and see you soon.